Stop. Whatever you're doing right now to be productive is probably making you fail, and the most successful people on the planet are laughing at your to-do lists while they accomplish 10 times more by doing almost nothing. Listen, why does working harder actually guarantee you'll accomplish less? What system are the ultra-successful using while pretending they're grinding 18-hour days? You've lost years of your life to fake productivity, and you don't even know it yet. What if I told you that 2 hours of the right work could replace your entire 10-hour day? There's a neuroscience discovery that productivity gurus have been suppressing for decades. And once you know it, you can never go back. 3 weeks ago, Marcus sat at his desk. Tuesday night, 11:47 p.m., fourth cup of coffee, cold on his desk. His productivity app showed 142 completed tasks, but he couldn't name one meaningful thing he'd done. His wife had texted good night 2 hours ago. Again. He kept thinking about something weird. Last Thursday, hungover, barely functional, he'd worked maybe 2 hours, but somehow got more real work done than this entire 14-hour marathon. His laziest colleague just got promoted, while Marcus, the discipline guy, the 5 a.m. guy, the hustle guy, was still stuck. That night, Marcus discovered something that sounds fake. Something that breaks every rule you've been taught about success. But first, you need to understand why you've been programmed to fail. Most people never realize productivity isn't about doing more. Hell, it's barely about doing anything at all. The most innovative breakthroughs in history happened during what looked like complete laziness. Einstein's relativity, Darwin's evolution, Jobs' iPhone. These giants weren't grinding. They were waiting. But not randomly waiting. They were using a specific brain state that multiplies output while cutting effort by 85%. Your brain desperately wants this state, but everything you've been taught literally prevents it. I know because I spent 35 years doing it wrong. Burning out, grinding, thinking more hours meant more success. I was an idiot. You know that feeling when you're in the shower and suddenly solve a problem you've been fighting all day? Or when you're falling asleep and the perfect idea hits. That's not coincidence. That's your brain trying to show you something. But we ignore it. We go back to our desks. We force another hour. We drink another coffee. We destroy our natural genius. What I'm about to share comes from research that got buried. Research that destroys the entire productivity industry. Research from a Stanford neuroscientist who discovered why the most successful people work less than you. His name is Dr. Andrew Huberman, and what he found changes everything. Your brain operates in 90-minute cycles, not 8-hour days, not 4-hour blocks, exactly 90 minutes of high focus. Then it needs 20 minutes of complete rest. Fight this rhythm, your productivity drops 40% every hour. Work with it, you accomplish more in 2 focused hours than most people do in 10. But here's what they don't want you to know. The most successful people in Silicon Valley have been using this for years. They just lie about it. They post about grinding while secretly working just 2 or 3 of these cycles per day. 4.5 hours total, while you're destroying yourself for 12. They call it rhythmic productivity. And before I explain exactly how it works, you need to understand what's happening in your brain right now. Every time you push through tiredness, every time you power through with willpower, you're literally damaging your neurons. Huberman's brain scans proved it. People who force focus for more than 90 minutes show the same patterns as early burnout. You're not being productive. You're dying faster. But wait, this gets crazier. Those 20-minute rest periods aren't just recovery, they're when your brain does its most important work, something called default mode network activation. This is when your subconscious connects ideas, solves problems, creates breakthroughs. Remember when you couldn't remember someone's name? You tried so hard, then you stopped trying and boom, it appeared. That's your default mode network, and you've been suppressing it your entire career. The productivity industry knows this. That's why they keep you busy. Techniques, apps, systems, morning routines, evening routines, optimization. Because if you ever stopped and let your brain work naturally, you'd realize you don't need any of it. you'd realize they've been selling you the problem, not the solution. Right now, today, you're operating at maybe 30% capacity, not because you're lazy, because you're fighting your biology. Every forced hour past your natural rhythm costs you 3 hours of creative potential. In 1 year of productive 10-hour days, you lose 1,095 hours of actual performance. That's 45 days, gone, wasted on fake work that impresses nobody who matters. Meanwhile, someone working just 3 focused 90-minute sessions, 4.5 hours total, operates at 300% higher cognitive capacity than you. They're getting promoted while you're getting exhausted, creating while you're copying, living while you're just surviving. If this is hitting different, if you're realizing you've been lied to your entire career, drop a comment with just the word "finally," because you need to know you're not alone in this. I used to think rest was weakness. I used to brag about 16-hour days. I lost my marriage to that lie. Missed my kids growing up for that lie. And for what? To look busy. To feel important? I was a hamster on a wheel built by people profiting from my exhaustion. You have permission to stop. You have permission to rest. You're not lazy for needing breaks. You're human. Your brain evolved over millions of years to work in rhythms, not marathons. But society broke you. School broke you. 8-hour days at a desk broke you. Now we fix it. Here's exactly how this works. Layer 1, the 90-minute sprint. Set a timer. One task. No email, no Slack, no notifications, just deep work. When that timer hits 90 minutes, you stop, even mid-sentence. Especially mid-sentence. This feels wrong. Good. That's programming leaving your body. But here's the rule that changes everything. You only get 3 of these per day. That's it. 4.5 hours of real work. Everything else is theater. Everything else is you performing productivity for an audience that doesn't exist. Layer 2, the sacred 20. After each sprint, you must take 20 minutes of complete mental rest. No phone, no podcasts, no learning. Walk. Stare at clouds. Lie down. Let your default mode network activate. This feels lazy. That's decades of lies talking. Push through that discomfort. Layer 3, biological alignment. Your brain has natural peak times, usually 2 to 3 hours after waking, again 8 hours later. Most people waste these peaks on email, on meetings, on busy work. You're going to use them for your hardest, most important work. Track your energy for 3 days. Find your peaks. Protect them like gold. Jennifer was a marketing director, 60-hour weeks, always exhausted, always behind. She switched to 3 90-minute cycles. Her output doubled in 2 weeks. She got promoted twice in 1 year. She's home by 3 p.m. every day. Her colleagues think she's cheating. She is. She's cheating a broken system. David was drowning in code. 12-hour days. Bugs everywhere. Burnout approaching. He tried this for 1 week. His error rate dropped 90%. He built 3 successful apps working just morning cycles. He doesn't code after lunch anymore. Doesn't need to. But something bigger happens when you make this switch. Week 1, you'll feel guilty. Like you're stealing. You'll finish your cycles by 2 p.m. thinking this can't be enough. Your inner critic will scream. But you'll notice something. You got more done. Week 2, the guilt fades. You're thinking clearer. Problems solve themselves during rest periods. You're home for dinner, present, awake. Your family asks what changed. You can't explain without sounding crazy. Week 3, breakthrough. You accomplish a week's worth of old productivity in 2 days. Colleagues ask for your secret. You tell them you work less. They laugh. They think you're joking. You're not. Month 2, you're unrecognizable. Not more productive. Naturally productive. You're not fighting biology anymore. You're surfing it. You've joined a secret society of people who understand the game. While everyone else burns out for show, you're building empires with ease. But this only works if you commit completely. No extra work after your 3 cycles. No checking email between sprints. No negotiating with the system. The system is poison. You're choosing medicine. Here's my challenge. Tomorrow, work exactly 3 90-minute cycles with proper 20-minute rests. nothing more. Resist the urge to add. Resist the fear that it's not enough. Trust your brain's design over society's dysfunction. You'll feel like you're breaking rules. You are. Rules designed to keep you exhausted and average. Rules that benefit everyone except you. Look, I can't make you try this, but I know you're tired. Tired of pretending long hours equals success. Tired of missing life for work that doesn't matter. Tired of fighting your own brain and losing every day. If you're ready to stop fighting yourself, if you're choosing to trust your brain's natural genius, if you want to join the quiet revolution of people accomplishing extraordinary things with ordinary effort, then subscribe and comment "I'm done fighting" below. Not because I need your subscription, because you need this community. Because doing this alone is harder than it needs to be. In the next video, I'm revealing why the most creative people are lazy for 6 hours every day. The specific protocol they use to turn downtime into million-dollar ideas. And why your best work happens when you're not working at all. You're not the same person who started watching this. You know something most people will never understand. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing nothing with intention. The most successful people on earth work less than you. Now you know why. Now you're one of them. Welcome to the other side.